So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chinga Wants to Know, the podcast. Yay! Today, we managed to bring the person that I very adore, very inspire, not very inspire, what's the word called? Admire, a person who I personally feel very, very 好撚柒靚仔嘅，好撚柒有型嘅，好撚柒自信嘅 Kenneth Shee!
Thank you very much for that very flattering introduction.
Actually, I written down more, but I feel like I don't want to look at it because it's not me. I don't look at stuff. Right? So, let me go through. I remember. Kenneth is actually. Kenneth, are you still in sweat? Still in sweat, right?
Yes, I'm still.
Okay, Kenneth is currently is still strategist. Business strategist in Sweat Image International, and I used to be in part of Sweat Image International as well. So today I actually bring Kenneth Shee today, the very, very grand Kenneth Shee here today, is because I wanted to know more about the RPG and RPG youth. So I want to do a little sharing here because Kenneth here, I was drawn to him because he is very, how should I put this? An intelligent person. I'm actually very attracted to intelligent person. Like, I have no idea why, but I just like I'm drawn to his intellect, his way of conducting his words, his way of describing stuff, the way he articulates is very, very profound. Can I say that? I'm putting you very. Before we do that, for those people who don't know, let's say I don't know who Kenneth Shee is. Can Kenneth Shee introduce himself to me?
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much. All right. Good afternoon, good evening already.
Good
Yeah, sorry, workaholic here. Okay.
Yeah.
So good evening, everybody. My name is Kenneth. Okay. If you cannot remember my name, that is the best way to remember. You cannot see his eyes, you cannot see his hair, you cannot remember his name. Kenneth. Okay. So my name is Kenneth.
We'll take the introduction.
It's the best way to introduce myself.
It is.
Yeah. A little bit about my background now. Okay, what happened is I am a business strategist because I love to think of strategies, and I like to think of myself as a person who sees no boundaries with business strategy. Why does a restaurant business have to look for business strategies only within the restaurant industry? Why does a videotape rental business, for those of you who don't know videotape, please Google it. All right, a videotape rental business have to look for strategies only within there. How do we evolve? How do we grow if we don't look outside? And that is how I like to do business. I like to look from different perspectives, and I study different industries, and I go, wow, my God, let's try doing this. And from there, what happened is I tried a lot of really ridiculous, weird, out of this world, failed, successful business strategies. And after that, I came up with a game called RPG. Because I noticed this is something, all right, that a lot of people don't have. And that is the willingness to try something new. That is what I have. I always dare to try something new.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt it is absolutely necessary, okay, that we take that step out to try different things. Okay, and that is how RPG came about. I'm also a game designer by night. I like to play games a lot. I like to design games a lot because I like to watch the mechanics work come into place. So like an engineer, I'm not an engineer, so an engineer wannabe. So I went into game design. And on top of that, I love designing games because I feel when we play games, board games especially, people connect with each other a lot better. I witnessed with my own eyes somebody who is socially awkward joined a board game session with us. From the first session where the other players were very reluctant to even talk to him, at the end became good friends with him after quite a few sessions, and then they go out for drinks with him without inviting me anymore. Okay,
You've been cast away.
Well, maybe that tells you a little bit about myself. Not that charming after all. But yes, I feel board games are fantastic ways to connect people. It tells your stories a lot, and we learn a lot from games. So I feel that that's an introduction of myself.
Mm-hmm. Oh, just now you did mention about RPGs because for first timer, if you say RPGs, right, the first thing that comes to mind is role playing game. So
Yes.
I just find What do you mean you created RPG? You created a role-playing game? Are you the first person who who stumbled upon RPG? No, that's not does not make sense, right? So if
Yeah,
you want to
yeah.
explain like what is your RPG stand for?
Okay. RPG actually stands for Realization Playground,
The
right?
RPG.
RPG. Yes. We came up with this name. It took us a long time to come up with this name because I come from the training industry, and usually with training industries, a lot of people see trainings as sitting out at a seminar and then listening to people talk and talk and talk and talk, and it's always the perspective of the trainer only. Now, when it comes to very technical stuff, yes, that one person's hard skills, okay, which is industry standards, is is pretty much important to have that one standard. All right. However, when you talk about doing business or you talk about philosophies and all that, the world is not just black and white. There are many perspectives.
Mhm.
Okay. And so that's why RPG is very different in that it is a game. All right. We play games. Now, when we play games, we want to send a message across that it is fun. And what is one of the terms that ring the loudest bell with people when it comes to games? The word RPG.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so we worked very hard to find a name that fits this acronym. And so we came up with Realization Playground because it is a business playground. And in this business playground, you will realize your potential and dreams to realize your potential and dreams. Realize as in gain awareness and realize as in to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
So to gain awareness of your potential and dreams to achieve your potential and dreams.
You see, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, profound words by profound people. I love it. I love it. So, yeah, when you say about it's a playground for people to come and play, which in normal when you say training, right? In training industry, there's it's usually when you talk about training, it's more towards like I attend to this training to learn a skill, learn something, and then it's always like ROI going on, like what's my return on investment going up for this seminar or for this training. However, when you say about playing, it's oftentimes shunned on because it does not people might not take it seriously.
Hmm.
So what's your opinion on that?
Okay. We use a system called the A&D, activity and debrief. All right.
Oh yeah.
When you just play, you don't know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So when you have somebody to guide you, okay, to brief you on what to look for when you are playing this game, what you are supposed to try to achieve. And then at the end of the game, based on your behavior, the person will give you a debrief. It could be a very specific behavior that is only specific to you, or maybe it is a general behavior that almost everybody has. So the debriefing part is very important. That is the one that brings the learning about. Mm.
I see. So that's interesting. Okay, because from what you are saying right now, this is not the traditional training course seminar that you're providing out there. And this is the question I just want to ask you, like what is the one 好難忘記嘅一個 moment because you are the creator of this you're the one the mastermind the creator of RPG and I'm aware there's RPG youth as well. I think that's a whole nother thing, right?
Yes.
Later on ask what's the difference about it, but for RPG itself, right? What's the 一個時刻你 feel 到你 you feel is very damn I the reason this is the reason why I created this. Is there a moment like this happen in RPG itself?
Yes, there is. Okay. And it didn't happen in RPG. It
Whoa.
happened in RPG youth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, before you go on, when you said, so what are you what's the idea behind creating RPG? Like, what's the intention of it?
Hey, we created RPG because coming from my perspective, okay, myself, I like to play.
Yes,
Okay.
you did.
I think since I was a kid, I love to play games, okay, and I was I wouldn't even say indulged, I would say addicted. No, I was obsessed with video games, okay.
Like a lot of Like a lot of young men, young children out there. Yeah, young adults.
For parents who are listening, okay, I won't be a bad influence on your kids, okay. But my track record, my personal track record was playing was playing my PlayStation 1 for 72 hours straight.
Oh shit, 70 is 3 days?
Yeah, 3 days
3 days.
non-stop. I was sitting there watching the screen and I was playing and playing and playing. I was playing an RPG at that time.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm that addicted to video games. And at that time, yeah, it was all just fun only. But many, many years later, when I look back on my behavior playing the games, I noticed something about myself. All right. The kind of games that I play, all right, the way I play those games, they tell me a lot about who I really am. I am a planner. I really need to plan everything. I am a perfectionist. I am a completionist. These are things that you can only discover about yourself if you look back on your behaviors. Sometimes we don't know how to do that. And so I created this game because I was very sick of sitting in classes. There are two kinds of classes usually. Okay. One is a seminar kind where you
Yeah.
sit down there, you listen to the trainer. If the trainer is more engaging, the trainer will probably get you involved. The second kind, you go in there, there are activities, okay? Probably in a 2-day training, 3-day training, you get to involve yourself in 2 activities or 3, 4 activities, really depending. But this one, when you get yourself involved in these activities, they are different activities that send you different messages. You can be playing rock, paper, scissors in one. You can be playing checkers and another one. So they are unrelated games. Okay. They are just games to use inside one program to bring about the different messages that are related to the theme that the trainer wants to bring about. Now, playing these games are very powerful because it is undeniable when you look back on your behavior. This is how I behave for realization. When you actually practice something, you remember at least 80% of what you have done.
Agree.
So it helps us to remember that as well. Now, how RPG is different is because our company has always been doing these kind of trainings, and I wanted to have a game that was mega. So I created a marketplace game. Okay. What this marketplace game is basically, so I review a little bit.
Hold on. Do you think you should be reviewing? Because the moment you review is, do it bring less experience for the people who is.
No problem.
No problem. Okay.
No problem. It's something that my students have been telling me as well. The youths, they were working very hard to try to introduce their friends because they loved it so much, and they told me the same thing. Kenneth, I don't know how to introduce RPG without breaking the game for people. So there are a lot of revelations, but I can tell you the gist of it. Okay, you come into RPG. We give you money to spend. Of course, we don't give you real cash, all right? So
Make it
we give you
rain.
money. Okay, probably Monopoly cash, okay, or some other kind of form of currency. So we give you currency to spend these 2 days, and we see what you can do with the money. All right. Are you going to go bankrupt? Are you able to survive even? Or are you going to turn into a millionaire? How all this came about is because do you notice, CK? I mean, do you have people around you when you talk to them and they will say things like this one? Yeah, if my father was rich, I would have been very successful. That person is successful because his parents were rich, he had good living conditions.
Something similar of that sort, yes.
Yeah. I I feel it's not so much about who who brought us up. Okay, or rather, it's not about how rich our family was. It is a mental state. Okay, whether or not you think like a rich person or you think like a poor person. So RPG, everybody starts with the same amount of money, start with the same resources, and now let's see, right? The people who have always complained and said the rich people are successful because their parents were rich. Let's see if you can actually beat them this time. And it's always very surprising.
When you say surprising, explain.
It's surprising in the sense that the business ideas that people come up with in the 2 days RPG with only cash and zero resources. They don't have a product with them. They just come inside, they sit in the training room at their table with chairs and nothing else and just cash. They got zero resources. They got no product to sell. And some of these people can come up with amazing business ideas and turn that little bit of money 10 times over, 100 times over in just 2 days. Some of these ideas, I cannot think of them as well.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And I'm very honest about that
Mm-hmm.
because this is the way I think. Okay. So is it okay if I
Yeah, please
digress a
do,
little
please do.
bit? Okay. My whole life, I feel I'm a weirdo. Okay.
As
I'm a very,
everyone,
very
as everyone,
weird person.
mhm.
I feel I'm very weird in the sense that I think very differently from how society expects us to think. All right. Um,
Please do
I feel as a
mhm.
trainer, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Please do go into it.
yeah. I feel as a trainer, okay, as a trainer, a lot of us when we look at the trainer and we will say, wow, the trainer is the one that knows the most. But I look at RPG, I don't call myself trainer because I want to
Take that
unchain
away.
myself. Yeah, I want to unchain myself from those shackles. Okay, I call myself the game master. At first, I called it facilitator, lah. Okay, but doesn't sound as exciting as game master. Okay,
True,
game
true,
master more
true.
fun.
Yeah.
Uh, and then plus I was a master of nothing in my life, so give me a master lah. Okay, so yeah.
I highly doubt that's the case, but okay.
So I'm a game master, and what
Mm-hmm.
is my role? Okay, now CK,
Mm.
you say you admire me so much and
Yeah.
all that. Am I above you? Do I know a lot more than you?
If you want to put in certain sense, I would say you are more experienced than me, you are more wise than me, but in a certain aspect of life. Because
Fantastic.
because I would say in certain aspect of life, if you want to compare, if there's a scale, we strive in different area. And the reason I admire because I that area is really new to me, and I if you put me in that area, I'm just battling like help.
Exactly that. Okay, I feel actually in life, and that is why sometimes people feel I'm very weird. Okay, I feel everybody is a
Mm-hmm.
teacher and everybody is a student.
Agree.
Yeah. And some people will start to think, hey, why do I want to pay you money to go to RPG? Well, you're paying me money to come to RPG, not because you want to learn from me. What is the point? You pay me money to come and listen to just one person tell you his perspective on how to do business. Why
Now,
not you
now,
come to RPG?
not,
Yeah, go
not,
on,
not,
go
that,
on.
not that you put in that way, like so I'm paying you money to listen to you to teach me how to do business. It's like, what's okay? It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Uh.
There are a lot of business gurus out there, correct?
Mm.
That is definitely right. A lot of business gurus out there. But I want to ask, is there one business system, one business philosophy that works for the whole world?
I don't think that is.
Yeah, there are so many different schools of thought. So I always believe in different perspectives.
Mhm.
Okay. So coming to RPG is this way. You come to a regular training, you pay money, you listen to one person. You come to RPG, if there are 50 students, you have 50 different teachers. There are 100 students,
Mm.
you have 100 teachers. And
Mm.
everybody has got a chance to share and to teach you how uh, how they think, how they look at things. Is it about their business philosophy that you want to learn and you want to adapt and use? Not necessarily. It could be that I want to learn how CK does business.
Mm.
But another perspective is this: RPG is a marketplace game, it's a trading game, doing
Yeah.
business, marketing.
Mm-hmm.
When you're marketing, you're dealing with the customer. Then I see, oh, this is how CK behaves. A lot of people, when they do business, they will say, customers are like that one. Lah. But then I see, CK is behaving differently. Oh, and then, Chin Cat is behaving differently. Oh, Mr. Chong is behaving differently. I open my eyes to the world, the reality. I get to see how my customers actually behave. Oh, I get to see how another business does things. Oh, I see how another person, finally, in these 2 days, they found a resource that is the same as mine. They do it differently, and how they didn't make it work, or how they made it work better than mine. And that is the spirit of RPG. It is not about Kenneth Shee. It is about you coming in here to learn from other people and at the same time to recognize your worth. For me, it's very important because a lot of people who are of very high positions, we impose ourselves on other people. You have to follow my standard. My standard is the right one. Okay. If you don't follow my standard, you are a failure. And because of that, a lot of us feel very lousy about ourselves. I feel coming to RPG is for you to share and for everyone to see, oh, there is something I can learn from you as well. And to give you that confidence, hey, I got value too. All right. Not necessarily your way. My way works too. Uh, I come to RPG, then I play this game. Okay. In real life, if you take money, start a business, and then you fail, how much could you lose? You could lose your life savings. Money is a small thing. It could be 10 years of your time in that thing. But coming to RPG, I give you fake money. You play, you try your business idea, you screw up, what happens? Everybody laugh together. You bankrupt yourself on monopoly money. But you learn a very powerful lesson. How to make my idea work out there. Oh, I know this idea might not work out there. Oh, how I can improve it. Oh, I saw somebody has got a fantastic idea. Maybe can talk to the person. What can we do? That is the spirit that we are trying to teach here as well. Fail, fail, lor. Come inside here to fail if you are scared to fail out there.
I think that's actually a very powerful place for you to test, try and error. It's like a sandbox where you're free to test out your things, and then while at the same time observe what other people have, and in the same time broaden your horizon, broaden your ideas. But that's like, why not I mix mine and he's successful formula together, and let's see what can I get.
Yeah.
That's actually very interesting. Now that it actually refreshes my memory as well, because when I was in RPG as a how do you say, helper? Not really a helper. What do you call that?
We call you crew member, logistics.
Crewman logistics, and I don't know whether you can sense it or not, but I am very eager to join the crowd.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Yeah,
was-
you witnessed yourself, right? When you were a crew member, you saw the people with different mentalities.
Yeah.
The people who think really, really big, like rich people,
Yes.
they were doing business a different way. They approached you for something else. What is the something else? We keep it under the sheets.
Yes, please.
Right. While some other people were very focused on, oh, I want to makan, I want to makan. These people knew what to do. And then at the end, they conquered the market. So you come to RPG, you learn this one, lor, and then you see, oh, this is something that I can do. And why didn't I think of that? Rather than having that regret out there in real life, you come inside here and you watch how successful people think, how rich people think. And do you have to be rich? That one is up to you. Right.
That one, I think it's mentality. Can we okay, sidetrack a bit lah. When you talk about rich and poor mindset, right? Do you think people who studies, who constantly enrich themselves with knowledge and all, do we call them rich mindset? What is considered as a rich mindset? Because that's something that I never really put like a rich mindset and a poor mindset in the category before. I'm always like, I did not categorize people. I'm more towards like, oh, his mentality is like kind of 好似點啊 like don't care, just do, and then there's no passion in the things they do. They just do because for the sake of doing. Another batch of person is like, I have a dream, I have a goal, I have a passion, I want to achieve. Hence, I will put everything. I will pour in my time, pour in my effort, pour in my to build the craft, to learn the things, just to build the stuff. So I admire this group of people a lot. Yeah, and I consider you're one of them. So I really want to talk to all this bunch of people.
Thank you very much. I can give you a few metaphors, all right?
Yes, please.
But to put it very, very simply, okay, so that I sound like a Dalai Lama, all right, is people with the rich mindset see possibilities.
Okay.
People with a poor mindset see limitations.
But if okay, I get where you're coming from. However, in the sense, it's just the more different perspective, is it?
Okay, look at it this way. I'm sure yourself, okay, and your audience, we have worked in teams before.
Yes.
Right? We have worked with other people before, and there are two kinds of people. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. Okay, it's just a preferred choice of life. Okay, just that we have to bear with the consequences, lah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there are two kinds of people, or the third kind. We talk about that later on. But these two kinds, we don't talk about the third kind. in a group. An idea comes out. One of them will say, wow, yeah, we can try doing this one. Wow, we do this one, this could happen, this could happen. They see possibilities. The other one will tell you, cannot lah, this one you cannot do. Because why? Rule number 1, rule number 2, rule number 3. Oh, this one will not happen. Because why? This one cannot, this one cannot, this one cannot. They see limitations. Now, does it mean that the group number 1 is better? Okay. It really is a choice. However, there is a third group. Yeah, so sorry, I'm not exactly as eloquent as you promoted me to be. But there is a third group, okay? And the third group are people who are not blindly positive. The first kind I find, there are some people who are blindly positive. The third are the people who acknowledge that the problem exists, but they believe that they can overcome the problem and achieve the success that they want.
That is the realist. What's the word for that? Do we have a word for to categorize this group?
I don't have a word for that. All these are just in my thoughts only, probably something that I've read a long time ago, I've forgotten already. So I'm not exactly an academician. Okay.
That does not matter. I mean, it's just something I just pull you suddenly just think on the floor, which is we are doing what's that table topic in a sense.
I give you another example.
Yes,
okay. This one I found from the internet. Okay, so please, it's not an original one. Okay, and it's this. The manager comes to you and tells you, hey, I got a 100 ringgit budget. I need you to organize a dinner for 10,000 of our premium customers. Can you do it? There are many kinds of answers.
Yeah.
Okay. Those who are listening, see which one you fall into. Number 1, all right, it's impossible. Number 2 tells you, it's not part of my job. I won't do it. Okay. Number 3, well, boss, I tell you, can be done. Very easy one. All I have to do, I take 100 bucks. I go to the supermarket. Okay. I buy some rice. I buy some potato. I buy some carrots. Okay. Mash it all up. Put it into a lot of water. Boil a soup. Everybody get 1 small spoon for the 10,000 people. It is possible. But boss, it is not a good idea. What is the 4th one? The 4th one is the amazing one that can come and tell you, say, boss, actually, I don't even need the 100 bucks. I can make some money for you as well. Wow, how can you do that? Well, you got 10,000 premium customers coming, right? So what do people want? People want eyeballs. If we have 10,000 premium customers, can I approach other companies to sponsor the event? They pay us money to gain access to these 10,000 customers. Probably the cost is 100,000 bucks. I sell to Bank A, 25,000. Bank B, 25,000. 50,000 done already. I sell to Nike, 50,000. 100,000 bucks gone already. I sell to a few more others. The rest are all net profit. Possibilities. Right? What kind of a mindset do we have? Rich people can see solutions to problems from very, very different angles. Right? We like to talk about what some of us are stuck inside the box, right? We talk about, jump out of the box, jump out of the box, jump out of the box. Can I propose a third kind, a third perspective? The box is an illusion. When you jump out of the box, you are still looking at the box. Your line of sight is still there. You are still looking at it this way. No matter how many angles you come from, you are looking at this. Why can't we jump out and just realize the box doesn't exist actually? Then you have limitless possibilities.
I think through just now this when you were saying when you were going through the story, right? This conversation, I remember this conversation that we had before. It's when we stand at we are looking down at the roadside of Sweat, so it was in the office, and I stare at the road, and then I was like in deep thoughts, and then you approach. We talk about when we stand on different height of mentality heights or ceiling heights, we see different stuff. The way we think differently, we see so much more possibilities. We see so much more clearer. The things that used to stop us actually does not pose a threat to our goals and all. So I want to share that. Can you explain more on that? Can you go on that?
Of course, if your audience can handle, this bugger keep on telling you all these weird anecdotes and stories. If you can handle, I'm fine to share.
Actually don't care about the audience. Today is me and you only. I just want to talk to you. Because
Okay.
this is Chingat want to know, okay? The audience is just absorbing whatever that they can get.
Very good, very good. You know what you want. That is fantastic. Okay, I think that is one of the most important qualities. To sidetrack a little bit, one of the most important qualities that we need to achieve what we want in life is to know what you want first. Right? A lot of us, we don't know what we want, and then we go for something, and at the end of our lives, sacrificing this, sacrificing that, and then finally getting that thing. Oh shit! It is not what I want. And then how? Backtrack.
You already
So it's
invested the
important to know that.
time. You already invested the time, the energy, the effort, money. Don't even consider that. And
Yeah. So understanding what you want is fantastic. Okay, very good. Now, that little theory I do basically is this. Okay, I call it breaking the ceiling. All right. Mm. Now, if you are in a room, okay, if we are in a room now, you are in a room right now, ma. All you can see are the four walls and your bed. Well, you got a beanbag somewhere. Okay, so yeah.
very cozy, okay.
So all you see are the four walls and the ceiling, and that is the biggest your world can go. Now, if you break the ceiling, okay, or rather, you just open the room door, you walk out, you will see your whole house, your whole apartment. Now, your perspective is different already. Okay, you will realize, hey, there is a kitchen. How there's a bathroom. Oh, there's a living room. There's TV. Okay, there's a foyer. There are some smelly slippers out there. Okay, now if you break that, but your world is still is still just a house only. Now, if we can break that ceiling, okay, we jump out of that one. I stay in a condominium, so I prefer to use condominium. Okay, so I jump out of my 10th floor, and then I am now at the top of my building. I can see the whole building from 0 all the way to 26. My view is different. My world is a lot bigger. Possibilities are different already. Okay. Then when you look at things from the top of your roof, your world is as big as the roof. If you jump out of that roof, okay, you go even higher, your view is the city. You jump even higher, you break through another ceiling, your view is the world. Breaking your ceiling. Okay, when you break your ceiling, your world becomes bigger. Why the hell do I want my world to become bigger?
That's my next question actually.
If you are happy living in a room, go ahead. But if you want your world to be big, your view cannot be limited to a small room. A lot of us want to achieve big things. Yeah, please go
let me
on.
digest. If you want your world to be big, you cannot limit yourself in the room. Okay, digested.
Now, if I want to, if I'm happy, because content, being content is a very important part of life, but everybody's level of contentment is different.
Yes.
I might be very happy being I'm content living in this small room. Then good enough. I don't have to look at the whole world. It's fine, right? As long as you are happy, it's your life, right?
Yep.
But there are a lot of us. Okay, a lot of us. We want the world. A lot of us have very big dreams. We want the world. I want to conquer the world. But my knowledge of the world is only as big as my room. How the hell am I going to conquer the world? You know so little, but you want such a big piece. So you have to know how to jump out and look at things from a bigger perspective. When you want to conquer the world, you have to deal with a lot more people. It's not just yourself and your partner in the same room only. When you want to deal with more people, you have to understand more people's perspectives.
Oh, I never view it this way before. But yeah, I guess I totally agree with that because the moment I get connected with more people, I understand different perspectives. Like I could get connected with you, I get to know you in person, I get to know your point of view. It's like, how the hell this guy thinks from so many different perspectives, and like, holy shit, it's always a new things. I always learn new things from from you. So
That was weird.
actually, when you mention about weird, right? I think everyone is a bit weird on their sense, and I actually quite adore this weird, and I really kind of like advocate for weird. Please be you. Please be weird. Please be you. And then the moment you are not weird, that means you are conformed to the norm, and that's very sad for me. I think it's very sad because you wanted to be in the group of people, hence you become normal. Sorry, quote unquote normal, and then you're not you. You cannot be weird by yourself. You cannot be weird with your group of friends. Sad, I would say.
I agree.
But if you're able to be weird with a group of friends, I tell you, that's this is very hard to find.
Yeah, you're right. So to come back to that topic just now.
Sorry.
Okay, why perspective? Don't say sorry. It's okay. Nothing wrong one. Okay. Why is it important to have different perspectives then when we do business? Does it mean that I have to look at things from so many different angles all the time, and then where do I stand? You have to have your own stand, of course. All right, you have to be firm. Now, but when we do business, a lot of people we have one misunderstanding. Okay, when we look at the world from one perspective only, okay, only from my window, my favorite line. Everyone looks at the world through their own window.
Yeah.
If I look at the world only from one window, I do business, I will assume the thing that I see from my window, the need that I feel is the need of the world. I create a product that solves my need. How about other people? Now, doing business is solving problems for people, not solving problem for you. You don't give me what I want. Why do I want to pay you money?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
So we have to understand people's perspectives. What do people need? Perspective is very important.
It is.
It helps with doing business. It helps with relationships as well. When we can see things from different perspectives, our relationships will be better.
I agree. 100%. 100%. Oh, okay. As we go through, right, there's this one question that floats in my mind because we talk about breaking ceilings, getting into different perspective and all, right. Do we have a physical action step for us to do so? It's, the immediate things that so the immediate action that I thought for me is gaining your knowledge. By gaining knowledge, maybe it's like reading books. That's the most accessible to me. So reading books, get access, talk to people who is successful in your mind is successful, which I'm talking to right now. Maybe listen to podcasts where get to know people's thoughts when you think you share the way you speak is what you think, correct? So listen to podcasts. So these are the three things that I'm currently taking so that I can expand my perspective to know more things in different perspectives. So what's your suggestion? What is your point of view?
All of that you just said basically is to listen to other people's perspectives. So it can be through books because some people write books.
Yeah.
Okay. It can be listening to podcasts. All right. It can be speaking to other people. But here I would like to add, it's not just speaking to successful people. Because if you only speak to successful people, you get one very skewed perspective.
Explain. Sorry, but I think I roughly get it, but I want to hear the perspective.
How about the middle class? How about the people who are not successful? How about the people who are suffering? Listening to their perspectives on life, okay, can tell us a lot of things, can teach us a lot of things. A lot of the best lessons I've learned in life come from very rich people and come from normal human beings.
Okay.
I used to be a very, very haughty person. Okay, I haughty, very, very proud, very arrogant person.
Oh, okay.
I was in Toastmasters, okay, and before I went to Toastmasters, I had this very high and mighty feel about myself because I'm very good at public speaking, lah. Okay, so yeah, I'm quite good at conning people on stage. That's a joke, okay. So yeah, I would say I'm quite good at public speaking, and when people give me evaluation, sometimes in my heart I will be thinking, who are you to give me feedback? My God, you can't even speak properly. Okay, so I had this mentality. So all I did was I learned from successful speakers. I learned from better speakers. And then something hit me very hard in Australia. And I came back a very changed person because I really hit the rock bottom. Okay. And from rock bottom, I realized there are a lot of things that we can learn from the people who are not at the top. I watch some people and I go, hey, this is a quality that I can learn from this person. Hey, look, there is something that I don't have. I used to be so proud, so arrogant. I feel that I'm so high and mighty. I now have got a very high expectation of myself. If I cannot do a good job, I don't dare to go up to do it. I get very, very stressed out. I must always be perfect. But then I look at somebody who cannot do a perfect job, and I look, this person dares to go up there. Hey, this courage is something that will take me even further than any speaking techniques that you can tell me. Why don't I learn from him? And I speak to them and I find out why do you have that courage to go up there? Okay. Sometimes people make mistakes. We learn from success, we learn from mistakes as well. And I look at some mistakes that people make and I tell myself, this is something that I have to be careful of. And finally accepting that I can learn from everybody, I can learn from anything, the whole world is my library.
I love that statement. I really love that statement. That resonates to me a lot, man. That statement. What the heck? 嚇到我一下，屌下先，打冷震啊！Okay. Oh shit. But it's true. It's true. Now, just now you did mention about this statement. A lot of people strive for perfectionists. A lot of people strive for being perfect, scared of making a mistake, scared being judged by people, your group of your peers and all. And I do have that fear, but most of the time I didn't think about the fear until when I'm really on stage or let's say I'm doing the stuff. But I think me myself, I lack the ability, which I'm quite proud of, like the ability of thinking too much. when I'm executing something, I like the ability of thinking too much. Hence, I'm quite proud of my just do first 做住先啦，撞咗壁之算數啦。So in English, it's like just do first. The moment you hit your wall, then you will know what will happen. You know how to mitigate. You know how to divert yourself towards your goals. A lot of people fear to even take a step forward is because of like fear of judgment, fear of failure, like just now Kenneth did mention. So I think providing a platform for us, a very safe platform for us, for people who to learn, to speak, to experience stuff like let's say RPG, like Toastmasters, a group of friends that is very supportive, which is very rare. I don't know why. Those are very important, I would say.
Yeah. I feel this philosophy, of just make a mistake. It's very easy to say, but very difficult to do. Right? I can say it just like that right now, but if you ask me to go out there and make a mistake, how many people really dare to go and do it? Because we will measure, what are the potential losses that I might have. We forget to see what are the potential gains that we could get. But once again, it's very easy to say, but it's not easy to actually do. So it has to be cultivated. And what is the best way to cultivate it is actually to practice it, to gain that confidence and to gain that faith that, so what if I screw up? So that's why we have RPG. You come in here, you screw up. Toastmasters example, so let's not hard sell RPG. You go to Toastmasters, all right? We don't dare to go forward and speak in front of an audience because we feel, oh my God, people are going to make fun of me if I screw up and all that. And then you go to Toastmasters, you give your first speech, and then you notice, I screwed up so badly. Nobody laughed. Okay. And I get good feedback. Some people encourage me. Okay. Second time I go, third time I go, fourth time I go. And the more I do it, whether or not I become a better speaker, I start to realize, so what if I screw up? It is to cultivate that. Coming to RPG will not make you, the best businessman in the world,
It's not sense. 2 days only.
It's really up to you what you can absorb. But I always believe learning one thing, okay, can help us a lot, okay. But coming here is to cultivate that spirit as well, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, whatever it is, what's wrong with making a mistake? You look back in your life right now, think of the most embarrassing things that have happened in your life. You can remember them.
I already picture. Don't have
to share them, okay? Don't have to share them, all right? Okay. But now let me ask you a different question. Okay. Can you remember the most embarrassing thing about me?
No
You
way.
need time to think.
No way.
Right. Right. Think about it. Don't you think I have done some very embarrassing things in front of you?
I
I'm very sure
don't.
I have.
Maybe you have, but it's not there.
Because why? If you allow me to speak in this language,
Mhm.
okay, at the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck about you.
Mhm.
So why are we so concerned about how other people look at us?
Mhm.
Why are we so afraid of being embarrassed? It's just one moment, right? People remember that incident for how long? Okay, one moment, 1 week, 1 year. Okay, if you are in high school, probably worse, 6 years. And so what? Even if it's that full 6 years, how long is our life?
It's just a short period compared to the whole long the journey of your life.
Yeah. So that incident happened that one time in that one moment. Now it's a choice that I make. Okay, do I want to allow that one incident, okay, to destroy my whole life, to destroy my 6 years, or I want to do something else, look at it differently, and enjoy the rest of my time? Why want to let this one small thing destroy my life?
Mhm.
So don't worry about being embarrassed. Come to RPG, everybody will laugh with you.
I like the nice plug there. But true, I would say for how should I put this? I mean, I think you already did a very very good closing on for RPG. But for me myself, I being logistics for RPG once, and I've been invited for RPG youth as well, but I didn't manage to appear. Didn't manage to get in. But I really really want to go. I would say please at least give yourself how about put it this way, if you really want to view experience the world or view things in different perspective, you want to understand how outside world works in the confined space within 2 days, just go for RPG, have a look.
Yeah.
You'll experience a lot more things. Just one thing, go there with open mind. Don't close yourself.
Yeah, that one is a choice, lah.
That's
That
a
one is a
chance.
choice. Yeah, it's very hard to just open your mind like that one. But at
Mm,
least come here, make a choice that I'm ready to learn. At the end, even though your mind is closed, just enjoy yourself. It's fine.
I
Okay.
will agree.
Uh, yeah. You haven't missed RPG Youth, by the way.
Oh, is it? I remember I was told that it's
End of
early,
March.
end of
It
March.
was it was actually supposed to happen this weekend. Okay, it was supposed to
Yeah.
happen this weekend.
Uh-huh.
Then we looked at the rising numbers and we
Mm-hmm.
felt we don't want to put the kids at risk lah. Okay. Uh, I mean myself personally lah. Okay. All that not afraid of making mistakes thing aside, I personally will not be able to handle it if I found out that one of the teenagers come to my program
Got.
and then got infected with it from my program. I will not be able to handle it. So we decided, okay, never mind. We postpone it to the end of the year.
Oh. Okay. That's okay.
Mm.
Why end of the year though? Yeah, I
By
know.
end of the year,
Yeah. Is there a special reason?
yes, we have actually. It's not a very special reason. It's just very common. It's a very logical reason. Okay,
Yeah, please.
we did RPG Youth the pilot. We did RPG Youth pilot last year in November. Okay, we tested it. Okay, can I share the whole story on this one or not?
I don't know. I mean, it's up to you because I really want to know.
No, I was looking at the time. I'm just
What time
worried
is
whether
it?
I
Hold
call
on.
all your time.
Please lah. Only nine. Only nine. Okay, it's okay. Still okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. I said just now, right, that the one moment that was very unforgettable in RPG. Okay. Um, why I did RPG Youth was last year, sometime early last year. I went out for drinks with my friend. Okay, Yanshen lah. Okay, so I went to a mama store. We were sitting down there and we were chatting. And every time we sit down, we chat. We would talk about all kinds of weird stuff. One,
Yeah.
okay, talk about history, and then we would talk about business and all these things. Okay, and we would share all these ideas. Then suddenly there was this kid. that walked up to us, sat next to our table. He was walking like that. Okay. Very young boy. So he walked and then he sat next to us. He don't know us, we don't know him. Then he looked at us and he started talking to us and he's like, "You are talking business, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, we are talking business." And he said, "The economy now very bad, huh?" And I was like, really depends on how you see it, right? Because I really feel it is a reset button now. Okay, economy is bad, economy is good, depends on how you see it. Okay. So I said, yeah, depends on how you see it, yeah. All this tax money, the government take all one, right? They all go into the prime minister pocket, right? The boy said that, not me, okay? Don't sue me, okay. I don't know how to respond to that. Yeah, I mean, you're a complete stranger. You speak to me about something that is so conspiratorial thing in public so loudly. He was like almost shouting, I didn't know how to respond, but okay, so we just started asking him, so okay, wow, you're interested in things like this, yeah, so what are you doing now? So he said, oh, I just finished my high school, just finished SPM only, okay, I got job interview on Monday. I never asked him, but he told me anyway. I got job interview on Monday. I'm going to be a clerk. Okay, I'm going to be a clerk. I'm like, oh, okay, you're going to be a clerk. Good. So you're going to learn a lot of things. And then he looked at me and he said, clerk, work in office on right. Clerk, do paperwork on right. That was a shocker to me. Okay, it's not about being a clerk. It's about what has our education system done. How can a person who is Form 5, a Form 5 graduate, go for a job interview as a clerk, not knowing what a clerk does? How can we train our next generation to such a point that they have no idea what they are walking themselves into? So I agree with him lah. Yeah, that's what you do. Okay, as a clerk, okay, so you do this. These are the things that you do, and these are the things that you will learn lah. Then I asked him as well. I said, oh, okay. So, if you have a choice, let me ask you, okay? If a genie appear in front of you right now and you can have any job in the world, what would you like to be? And he very quickly, without thinking, he just looked at me and said, "Datuk driver." I asked him, because I never heard this term before, ma.
Hold on.
Yeah, so I asked,
Datuk driver.
Datuk driver. So I asked him, what is a Datuk driver? A driver for Datuk, lor.
Okay.
And he was very proud. And I was like, wow, you want to be a driver for Dato? He said, yeah. Hey, I become driver for Dato. So gaya, And that one hit me even harder. Okay. Now, there's nothing wrong with any job.
Okay.
All jobs are important.
Yes.
Okay. If we don't have the people who throw rubbish for us, who's going to do it?
Yes.
Our streets are going to stink. Every job is important. And honestly, I feel Malaysia, we underpay our civil servants who throw rubbish.
Yep.
They are equally important in our economy.
Yes.
Okay. But coming back to this one, and I felt, wow, how can our youths know so little about society, after 12 years of education? And that was the moment that I told myself, wow, I want to take RPG, this very entrepreneurial program, to the schools. And during RPG, we have a session where we share dreams. We talk about our dreams. So I lead by example. I told them my dreams. So I got this dream. And one of the dreams I wrote down there at the end, something I must do before I die, is to bring RPG to schools. One of the students saw that, and she came up to me a few weeks after RPG, the adults program, and she said, Kenneth, I can't bring you to schools, but I can help you fulfill your dream in another way, because my kids are in high school. Okay, and I am very close to a lot of the parents. I can probably help you to start a session with high school kids. Yeah, and we decided to do that. Okay? Yeah, so we did that session. Okay, and this lady,
it's done. It's already done.
The pilot session happened last year.
Okay.
So there was the pilot session that happened last year in November. This lady, my partner in the RPG youth, single-handedly brought in almost all 15 students. Okay, I'm very grateful to her.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Okay. If you talk about 15 students, is it a lot in terms of a seminar? No.
Oh, really?
But for one single person
Mm-hmm.
to do this, it shows she really believes and she really cares. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Up until today, she never talked to me about the money because we really, really want to help the youth. We really believe in this one. So we did it with the youths. We have got a good mix. And that is why I want to talk about this is of the 15 students, we have got people coming from SMK, so government school.
Yeah.
We have got people coming from private international school.
Mm-hmm.
We have got people coming from private independent school,
Oh, is that different?
读中,
Okay, okay, okay.
the
Oh,
ones
yeah,
that go
okay.
for the Tongkao, okay?
Yeah.
And we also have people coming from homeschooling.
Oh, oh, okay. That means
And we have
different
two
background.
college kids.
Whoa.
So all five are covered,
Mm-hmm.
okay? The variety is all there already. And by doing this, it helped me a lot to understand the kids' needs. I'll talk about that one quite a bit. It's very funny.
Yes, please do.
But that is the reason, these five different groups is the reason we postpone it all the way to the end of the year. Because one, I mean, in terms of the numbers of cases, we're not too sure about it, okay? But in between, private international, private independent, private government school, college, all have different holiday times.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So end of the year is the best time
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Makes sense.
Mm.
Makes
Right.
sense. Very logical. Okay.
So sorry, I tell you such a long story just to tell you why I do it end of the year.
I mean, that's the way you do it, because you are painting a very You let's say if you were to explain like the whole big picture, right? You say, "Where's the apple?" Now you just point the apple. It's.
Mm.
I mean, I get the answer, but I don't get the whole picture. But you are the person who. That's why I enjoy talking to you, because you oftentimes paint the whole picture to me so that I can understand from, like, I won't say A to Z, at least from A to Y or A to L. I don't know middle alphabet. At least some point I understand. So I still get the picture. I won't fully understand it, but I get it. So that's why I said I really enjoy talking to you, and I really
Yeah.
miss talking to you, man. Damn. Um.
During the youth program,
Yeah.
there's one session where we asked them to write down, okay, I don't want to break it, but write down something, okay? So,
Yeah.
comment, okay? Comment about something that is happening,
Yes.
okay? And it was a joke, okay? It was a very goodwill joke. But one
Mhm.
of the teams actually wrote down there, Game Master talk too much.
Get.
Master talk too much.
Uh-huh.
It's an ongoing joke. We still talk about it today in the chat room.
That's why you see, with that is a different perspective from mine already. Because I want to listen to you to talk more. Because the more you talk, the more I absorb. And for other people, it's like you talk too much because maybe their perspective is like, just get to the straight point. Don't waste my time. I just want to know that. I just want to know the result. I just want to know what's the conclusion. So different perspective bring different people together, I would say. I enjoy that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the most memorable moment
Mm-hmm.
happened in RPG Youth,
Mm.
not the adult session.
Yes.
Okay. Because it's such an entrepreneurial program.
Yes.
It's all about business. And
I'm.
it's high school kids.
Mm-hmm.
The youngest is 13 years old.
Oh
Okay.
damn. Mm-hmm.
The oldest is 18 years old. All right. So before I did that, because I'm a very business-minded person,
Mm-hmm.
so when I did the program, okay, even though there are a lot of games and all, it was all very business-oriented. And I felt, hey, I need a second opinion. So I called my very good friend in Malacca, okay? And I told him, hey, brother, you listen to this program because he has got a kid in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him, hey, brother, okay, you listen to this program and you tell me whether or not you feel you will send your kid to this program. So I told him, everything I described. Wow, I like my program so much. I was in love with my own idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I told him the whole thing. And at the end, I asked him, so what do you think, brother? Will you send your kid? And he told me, he said, hey, bro, do you remember what it was like in high school? I said, yeah. All we did was think about, when is the next Dragon Ball coming out? Who's going to win the NBA? And right.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one very important line also, the one I love very much. Okay. And he said, we only were thinking, which girl we want to date.
Yes.
He said, where the hell we will think about business?
Actually true. Actually true.
Ah, that gave me a shock. Okay. But it was good. Okay, it was very good because I was so in love with my idea, I couldn't see my blind spots.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is like that. That's why different perspectives are important. So when he showed me my blind spot, I came out and I redesigned the whole thing. I still wanted it to be a bit more business oriented, but I turned a lot of things around and the game came out differently. Okay. But still, I was very scared. What my friend said to me was very scary. Okay. But I still had to do the program because we sold the tickets already. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the program was good. So ultimately, one night before the program, on the Friday night, I was sharing with my team while we were setting up. I said, actually, I'm very scared. I don't know whether the high school kids will they be able to handle the business oriented stuff, during the marketplace. Will they be able to think of those business things that we want to inspire them to think of?
Mm-hmm.
Will they get all those theories that I talk about?
Mm-hmm.
So I was very worried, but my team was very kind to me and they said, well, Kenneth, we don't want to change the program anymore. It's a very good program. All we have to do is to change the way you deliver.
Mm.
Deliver the message in a different way, lor. Okay. So yeah, they calmed me down a lot. Saturday, I went and do the program. My worries were very stupid.
Did that
The
one?
most memorable moment came in that 2 days. Many, many moments. At the end of Saturday, after just that 8 hours, my whole team in the evening when we were doing our debrief, we were saying, actually, if we put the adults and the kids together in the same program, the adults will lose.
Oh, 有冇啊？because
The adults will lose.
huh? Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, okay. 13-year-old to 18 years old, their ideas were amazing and they think a lot faster than the adults. Because why, as adults, we are bound by a lot of rules.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that
I
makes
can
sense.
I don't want to review what they did because
Yeah.
it will break the game for a lot of people. Okay.
Yes, please
But
do.
basically is the in the very first RPG adults that I did, the first person to to come up with an amazing idea. Okay, let's just call it that. Did it on the second day. Okay, did it on the second day. This person is the owner of a multi-million-dollar business. It took him one day to come up with such an idea. The second RPG was faster. Oh, because we got repeat students, so they come back, they kind of got reminded, oh, I can do things like that. But the second batch, they got that revelation. They came up with an amazing idea towards the end of the first day. So faster. Okay. The kids program, no repeat students because all are new.
Yeah.
The kids program, 5 minutes into the game, the first kid came to me and he came up with something like that in 5 minutes. Isn't that unforgettable? My jaws dropped. I was like, oh, what the hell have I been worrying about for this few weeks? For what?
I mean, you've been talking about the confined, the box, right? I think that's
Yeah,
basically slapping yourself, yeah.
yeah.
Oh
So wow, it's
shit.
really incredible. And then the next day, the second day, they came out with a business idea for people who are veterans in the business industry. You will understand this term. It's called a unicorn business.
No idea
They
what's
came
that.
out with a unicorn business. Well, basically, it means too good to be true.
Okay.
In real life, a lot of us are trying to come up with ideas that are too good to be true. It's very, 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 very rare.
Yeah.
All right. What they did was they made somebody pay them money so that they can do something to come and get money from me. Zero investment. Take people's money to make money from me.
Mm-hmm.
They came up with the idea just like that. Kids, incredible.
That's shocking. Holy
Uh,
shit.
After that session, I felt my calling. I felt it already.
And then,
My whole life I was wondering, this calling thing that you read all the time on the internet lah, is it bullshit lah? Will I ever find it? That moment I got it. I told myself, shit, you know what? I want to do it for the kids.
Okay. Now that you got this piece of information, and because you said like at first you think you're worried, but now you are not. It's like do you think because that's the first thought comes to your mind? Does Kenneth 低估咗佢哋 is like underestimate them too much?
Underestimate them, no, but I
No.
made a mistake. I made a mistake that that a lot of us would make one. It's a very common mistake.
Which is?
I judge them with my own perspective. I was like that as a kid.
Yeah.
I don't think about business and all that shit. So I thought, this generation, they don't think about business as well. I looked at the world through my window. I was judging them with my window.
Yeah.
So I'm still learning. They taught me a very powerful lesson, other than all those business things. They taught me a very powerful lesson about life. There's always something to learn from everybody. And I learned very valuable lessons from 13 to 18-year-old kids. Everybody can.
Never thought about that.
As long as our ears are open, our hearts are open, we can learn a lot, even from kids.
Agree. Agree.
Now I got a different worry.
Why?
At first I was worried about, about whether or not they can do it.
Yeah.
Now, after the program is over, they have all ganged up together and they are planning how to rob me in the next session. Yeah. They are saying already they want to come back the next session and all that. So they have already planned. They have all kinds of elaborate plans on how they want to rob me and all that already.
Don't you think? Now that I see it this way, right? And I think you're doing a very great job in this because you're making entrepreneurship business fun for them. And as a child, as a kid, as a teenager, all you want to do is fun. What the things that you want to do is fun. Let's say even though when you're reading books, it's fun for me. That's why I continue reading books. People might call me nerd, but I enjoy it. So I find it fun, so I continue doing it. For me personally, I enjoy playing games. I enjoy playing computer games. That's fun to me. That's why I continue to play. And I find what you're doing right now is like making business, making entrepreneurship fun for these teenagers, right? That they're ganking out to fight against you. It's something new. It's a new norm, I would say. It's something new that's very powerful. And kids able to learn, this batch of teenagers will learn something very valuable in their life as well. Powerful.
Yeah, it's cool, but I want to say that one, it's not just making entrepreneurship fun. I want to say it's making life fun. Life is fun.
I think that's better. I
Right.
think that's a better way of putting it.
And it's not just for kids, right? I mean, you think about it. You ask, let's not talk about people who are 70, 80 years old. We talk about people who are middle age, 40, 50-year-old, working very hard in corporate right now. They know the reality of life, the cruelty of society, and all that bullshit, okay? Now, if you ask them, I give you a choice right now, and it will happen definitely. You want your life to be fun or not fun? Who will tell you not fun? The only reason they will tell you not fun is because reality says, oh, you must work very hard and all that kind of stuff. Who says that you cannot have fun while working hard? Right? Everybody wants life to be fun. I feel life should be fun.
That should be fun. 100%.
Yeah. And we are so blinded, by that game that we forgot. All these are part of
Yeah. Please stop. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things we can go into, but I think because that's part of the lesson in RPG itself, and I would say it's a very valuable lesson because I've been to RPG before. So yes, that thing. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, broaden your mindset, talk to more people. Get to know Kenneth more. I think I'll plug Kenneth information here if you allow me to share your what's that Facebook Instagram whatever contact information you have besides your phone number .
Oh yeah, my phone number, please don't now. Okay. I'm a very private person. I'm not saying don't
Oh.
share in that sense. I'm a very private person. So actually my IG, my Facebook, you will see very, very little stuff one. It's only once in a while something hit me very emotionally, then I will write something damn bloody long. Game master talk too much, ma. But if you
Let's
want, you can
let's
share the RPG youth.
oh, so RPG, is it email or is that the
Uh
IG?
the IG. You can
Okay.
share the RPG Youth IG. We post twice a week. Actually, not we post lah.
You.
Some something I'm very very touched with also one now. Okay. One of the teenagers. Um, after the program, she offered, Kenneth, I
Yeah.
manage your social media for you.
Oh
So
damn.
yeah, so the RPG Youth Instagram is actually managed by a 16-year-old girl. You look at her post, and if any of you, if yourself, like you can look at my IG one. You look at the post on my Instagram, you will see a completely different level of artisticness.
Yeah, I'm aware. That's why I thought this guy must found someone to help him handle his RPG IG already.
Yeah. So I would like to do a shout out here. Lah. Okay. She is a very big supporter. She knows I'm joining this podcast today. She straight away asked me, hey, Kenneth, when is it? Can I come in and listen and all that? So yeah, you will have at least one audience from my side. Okay.
Hello,
So I
what?
want
How?
to do a shout out.
What's her name? Can we shout her out?
Tan Tan Don.
What? Nantan Don?
That's her nickname. I don't want to share her full name because I don't know
Oh.
whether she'll be comfortable. Her name
Oh, okay.
is Tan Tan Don.
Nantan
Okay.
Don, hello.
Yes. Okay. So I want to give a very big shout out to Tan Tan Don. She is helping us to manage our social media. Okay. And as a music student, she she offered to compose a theme song for us.
Oh shit! Let's go.
Yeah, for artists out there, you know how precious your intellectual property is, and she offered to do this at asking for nothing in return. I'm very very grateful to her. Mm, right. Of course, a lot of my other students as well. Okay, I mean they are all very 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 nice. I talk to them every now and then. They show a lot of support.
And
Uh,
at the same time, they want to rob you. Okay.
yeah, we have a very nice relationship, lah. Okay,
I call that it's a
yeah.
loving relationship.
It's very fun lah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, if I list them all, I'm gonna take up all your time. But really specifically, Tan Tan Don lah. Because the rest I don't have any name to give anyway. Mm.
Damn. I don't want to overtime. No, we still have a bit more time. So I will plug in the what's that? RPG Youth Instagram in the description lah. So I think we have like a bit more time, and actually I wanted to talk more. I think there's a few more. Go on.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I forgot one thing because
Go on.
it's not ready yet. It's still under development.
Oh.
She is also building our website for us.
Oh, let's go.
Right.
You mean when you say website, it's RPG website, is it?
Mm.
Nice.
I mean,
This is still ongoing. Do you have a percentage of how? When is it going to be done?
percentage. The writing part, I'm still doing the writing of the content.
So it's you lah. That is delaying.
Yeah. I'm still learning my lesson. Okay, I'm still learning my lesson on how to turn my long-windedness, okay, into short messages that people want to read.
Actually, that's another skill. That's another
Uh,
skill. Like short forming something is. Yeah, I get what I mean.
yeah. And this one they shared with me. They were telling me, Kenneth, your IG, I support you, so I like it. But actually, I don't read because you write so long. So they tell me honestly, I mean, I like it. All right. They have so much valuable feedback that they can give to us. We can learn from if we are only we are willing to listen. And the girl that shared this with me also told me, it's not only I don't read, kind of. I want my father to know about your program so much. So I introduced the IG to my father. My father look at look at the thing. He said he tapped on the thing. He said don't want to read already. So long-winded. I can choose to take it as an insult or take it as, feedback from the market.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I said perspective is very important. The moment you stand yourself as like you're willing to receive criticism, you're willing to receive like feedbacks, then you can like actually this is a good thing for me because I can tweak so that I can reach my audience, reach more people with your ideas. Because I actually firmly believe this: if you have an idea, if you have a message you want to bring out to the world, you view things not view things you need to spread the message to more people, like get more eyeballs looking at you, get more ears listening to you in different way. Some people prefer long-winded, like hold on. I think somewhere in the world definitely there's people love your essays, love your thoughts. I'm one of them, and some people just like short quotes and all, and I hate that. Some people like video form. Like let's say maybe I can cut out this small session. Maybe I can reach out to the 16-year-old lady. Maybe we can collect something. I guess send this video to her, see what she can do about the content from my side. And actually it's one of the things that I was thinking when I was doing this, when we were sharing. I was thinking this can be one of your Instagram content, to be honest. So you see things like that you are sharing your message out there, because you're reaching out to people. And I forget, my train of thought gone now. So yeah, I think.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, that you give me the opportunity to share, to be so long-winded. And
let's view it this way lah. Both of us give each other opportunity to talk to each other. Okay, and I love your presence, and I don't know whether you love my presence or not, but assuming that you agree to this conversation, I think you love me as well. So
I do.
So it's all good lah. It's all good, and I definitely think that you have more to share to the world. I mean, like message wise, and this just very very small part, a small fragment of the big message you want to share. So, but I think people will get your message. Yeah, I'll work on it. Or I can cut. I mean, I can send this video out to you, and then you might want to cut out the portion for your what's that your IG, your social media platform as well. Because me myself, I will be posting my site. And then you yourself, I think you also want to do some like come and join us kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I can use my own IG to tell people I'm doing this session. What
they host Welcome. You see, you have another person's perspective now.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Thank you so much. And you see, it's so easy to do this like that, But if I take on that old school mentality, that the trainer must be high up there, cannot make mistake. Wow, can you imagine when you tell me this thing? Oh, then different video. I will be coming up and telling you, oh yeah, I thought of that already. I will be living a fucking lie, I prefer it this way. Everybody learn that, right? They got that. Yeah, 你覺得屌你條仆街43歲，你有乜嘢教我？ I will tell them 係啊，真係㗎。你覺得我冇嘢教你，我就冇嘢教你㗎啦。
I agree. I totally agree. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is. Do you have still more time? Yeah, a bit more time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Chingas Want to Know with Kenneth Shee. I actually expected we don't have enough time to go through more topic and stuff like that with Kenneth. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Kenneth, for joining this podcast, this session. And I'll see for those who have not subscribed to this channel yet, YouTube channel. I think this is going to be a new YouTube channel because I want to separate out so that people just whenever people view this channel, it's going to be podcasts and talks and
all right.
Yeah. With that said, I wish that smile that always on your face, love that always through your heart, and definitely joy that comes into your life in every possible way. Ladies and gentlemen, bye-bye.
Adios.
And then stop recording.